destroy you. All of you. You kids will be my instrument.
AIDS is more like it.
We've got to get out of here.
I don't believe it. Yes, you can believe it.
And now on NBC's Saturday Night at the Movies, Kiss meets the Phantom.
Hey, you guys!
Look at that. That's actually way better audio quality than I thought we were going to get.
Yeah, it's Booze and the News. Popping a dog. That's a slow one. Well, it's Halloween, everybody. Who doesn't love Halloween? If you don't love Halloween, you're an asshole.
You are indeed an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if you don't... No, I mean, just in general. You don't have to not like Halloween. If you're listening to our show,
You're probably an asshole.
You're probably an asshole.
Yeah, and so we have a theme for this month. We both had movies that we wanted to watch that had Phantom in the title. We're gonna announce the next week's episode. You're gonna announce what the next episode is at the end.
Okay.
But this one we started off with what's known as one of the most iconic bad movies of bad movies. You couldn't tell from the title. Kiss meets Phantom of the Park.
Yes. Horrible.
You know,
God.
I thought that this movie was going to have some sort of redeeming quality of like comedy like The Room or Birdemic or Troll 2.
Yeah.
This was probably the worst movie we've watched so far.
Yeah, you could tell that all like Kiss were taking themselves serious.
No. Because I've actually researched this. They weren't taking themselves serious enough.
Oh.
They were in the middle of like breaking up. They were like they were going to break up like in a year, less than a year from this.
Well, Star Child really seemed like he was like, I don't want someone to look back on this and be like, he didn't try his best.
They didn't. There's actually an interview where Paul Stanley says, if you could say your line without messing up, that was a good take.
Wow. Paul Stanley, you're an asshole.
So there was that. And
I think Paul Stanley is like a DJ of some radio program based out of San Diego.
I'm pretty sure Paul Stanley is the lead singer of Kiss.
No, I mean, like, isn't he doing something on the side right now?
Well, he's had a side project.
Yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure he's doing.
Let's, for a brief moment, talk about the actual band of Kiss. Now, everyone...
Oh, hey, come on. Take it easy.
A lot of bands always say we wanted to be like the Beatles. And then there's the famous phrase, Kiss wanted to be like Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
They wanted to be...
Were they paid for by Pepsi?
Maybe it was... Fuck, I don't know, man. Come on,
man. Let's shit on them a little.
We are going to shit on them. Trust me. This movie was terrible.
Okay.
Just, that makes you question, though, the actual band. Like, were they really good then? Like, does that make good art, even though they didn't really care about music? They just want to be rich and famous and be known?
Now, maybe, let's just say, argument's sake, right? Let's say Gene Simmons was like, I want to be the Pepsi-Cola or Coca-Cola of music. Maybe maybe we're not quoting the other guy who's like, you know, well, I was always hoping to be like the Picasso of music. And they're like, I oughta. They didn't ever put that Kiss member up on there. They're like, no, we'll stick to the Pepsi-Cola phrase. Fucking Picasso. And then Paul Stanley, you know, he was demoted.
Well, it just kind of makes you wonder, like, so they actually even give a shit about the music that they made? Or was it just more about banging chicks and making millions?
Yeah, I think it was banging chicks and making millions.
It's kind of sad.
You know, I mean, the Spaceman, the Star Child, the Demon, and a fucking cat.
Yeah, cat.
Didn't even fucking make sense unless you're like a homeless man on acid. You're like, I'm gonna name your band. You're like, fucking give it a try. Let's see what you got. And you're just like, Spaceman. You're like, all right, I'm close enough. That's my name. You got me. He's like, you remind me of my kitty cat. Kitty cat it is. And you remind me of a demon. Your whole aura is like a demon. Like, all right, I'm the demon. I like this. I like where you're going with this. Like, last but not least, you're like, oh, that guy sucks a good cock. He's a Star Child. There you go.
Wow.
I nailed it.
I guess you did.
You know I did.
I'm trying to think. Is like, was there a band before them that had a gimmick? And the only band I can think of would be the Beach Boys.
Rolling Stones.
What was their gimmick?
fucking big lips and loud and.
I mean a gimmick like how Kiss had a gimmick, how their gimmick was that they were shocking and they wore makeup.
like wrestlers, I get it.
Yes, like wrestlers. And the only band I can think of would be the Beach Boys, because the first like 3 albums they put out, they had to have like at least 2 or 3 surf songs on each album.
Yeah, they were trying to do the whole. I guess it's
I
true.
wish they all could.
Yeah, they were trying to go for the California Surfer thing.
Yeah.
So you're right. Kiss is going for the whole demonic.
The wild, shocking thing. I mean, they've got
You
Basement. The only one that ever
It
like.
seems like the more parents hated them, the
Yeah.
more like popular they would become.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Rebellious teens and shit. So.
And it's kind of sad because they are. I mean, I actually do like a lot of their music.
that's you, man. They
It's
got you
so
brainwashed.
It is, and it's just like. So I like a commercial is what I'm getting at. I like
Yeah.
a commercial. That's all they are, is a commercial.
Yeah, it's true. They're one big fucking commercial.
Anyways, so Kiss meets Phantom of the Park. First off, who the fuck thought it would be cool for it'd be the Phantom of the Park? He's not even a Phantom. He's an ex-employee who fights Kiss because
He
of shit.
refused to get out of the park. You know, this whole movie wouldn't have happened if the fucking manager or boss, whoever was in charge, was like, "No, what I'm saying, Harold, is you're fired, and your robots are property of the park. You have 10 minutes to get your lunch and get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. All right.
Instead, he was like, "I'm not leaving, nor is my work," and they continued to let him work there.
And he blames Kiss for him getting fired.
Yeah, how?
It's still well because let's go through the actual plot. So, it's this middle of the road theme park that has.
This is my favorite part, going through the plot of the movie.
Oh my god! Wait a minute! The opening credits. Oh, those credits
Those
were
are worth-
hilarious.
That's the actually that's the only thing I suggest. If you know the question, would you, Rich, suggest this movie to another friend? No, I would suggest maybe the opening,
Yeah.
and then that's it. And as soon as you get the chance, turn it off right away.
So the opening credits is like it's all these just like wide shots of the theme park, where you see the big roller coasters and whatnot, and Kiss is just in the sky singing and dancing. Well, not dancing, but they're like in character and they're singing and going kind of wild, and and poor Peter Criss is drumming to nothing.
Nothing. And at one point, he's standing there just smacking a couple sticks together.
Yeah, just kind of like look around and hey, I'm doing my part, right, guys?
And they're like, no. You can see Gene looking at like, you're not earning your meal.
Hey, we're not.
No.
And what really made me laugh is when you see them in the bumper cars.
Oh, yes.
You see Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons in bumper cars, and they're still trying to like sing, but at the same time, they're in fucking bumper cars
They're trying to look cool, but they're two grown men in
Yes.
little kid bumper cars.
in full Kiss makeup.
Full Kiss gear.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's great. I'm not sure if it was them or their fucking body doubles, which their stunt
could've
doubles
been.
deserve fucking most of the credit for that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, there are so many stories about like Ace Frehley and Peter Criss like just not even being there, so they had to have their stunt doubles.
And like you can tell clearly that at a lot of points it was like a black guy, Asian man.
Yeah.
It was definitely not any of the Kiss members.
And,
Oh man,
but,
come
like,
on, you're
from-
out of control.
I know, bro. I know.
Yeah.
Straight from the beginning of the ending of the credits, there are just editing things that like just don't happen. Like, why would you film and then air Kiss? They're all 4 together and they're kind of rocking out, and then their song just kind of fades away. So then they gingerly, not quickly, gingerly walk out of frame.
They
It
did.
takes like 20 seconds for them to walk out of frame.
They walked out of the frame as if they were fucking Rockettes leaving a fucking the stage. You're right.
Mhm.
They did.
And it just, oh man! And then we get like a minute of just like this park where like nobody gives a shit, and there's no music. It's just like people.
It's just like teens running
Yeah.
around. It's pretty fucking
Yeah.
creepy, actually. The whole
And-
movie is pretty goddamn weird.
Yeah.
in its
All
own.
right, so yeah, now here is the plot. This middle of the road park. I know, get the giggles out.
I was just wishing, like, if, like, truly the real plot came out. And it's just all of the original Kiss members there on a poker table crying one night, how they can't afford what the fuck. And then they're like, we gotta do a movie, man, when we're, like, superheroes. And they're like, yeah, you right, man. And then, like, boom, fucking Kiss is made. But anyways, Tell us the real plot of the movie.
I kind of wish yours was real. So Kiss is gonna perform at this middle of the road theme park, and the owner is like advertising them to the fucking hills. Meanwhile,
He had the plane going overhead.
yeah, that's right. He had a plane with
Like the MetLife thing, but
Mhm.
instead it was Kiss.
Yeah. But then there's the guy who's been making these robots that aren't very good.
Dr. Sanchez.
His name was Devereaux.
Devereaux, you're right.
And he's just kind of jealous that his robots aren't getting the appreciation. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Didn't we just say that, like... there are two examples of this guy, like, fucking up. He puts on, like, a super engine into this one ride, and his robots aren't really just doing anything cool, so he gets mad and jealous, and then he gets fired.
If anything, this guy should have been paid just because, like, Ripley's fucking Believe It or Not should have picked this guy up. I mean, this guy's creating robots that look just like you and me. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, I'd be like, look, man, maybe your robots suck and they don't do a lot of lifelike shit, but they are uncanny. Like, that one looks just like Jude Law.
Mm-hmm.
Or that one looks just like Gene fucking Simmons.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying, if nothing else, that's what he deserved to fucking, you know what I mean? Something in. But instead the guy fires him like a sack of shit. And he's like, all right, we're making cutbacks. Instead of getting rid of these night security that are fucking sucking ass.
Yeah, they're horrible.
We're going to get rid of our world-class scientist, for some reason, who works at the theme park for fucking peanuts. I'm going to fire that guy.
Yeah. That guy was in Matrix Reloaded and Revolution.
And that guy was also in Harlem Nights as the crooked cop.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember. You remember the better ones. But I remember the shitty ones.
Is that really a better one?
Absolutely not. No, you're right. It's not.
Yeah, so But what really bothered me is that he's not a phantom. Like, a phantom is a guy who runs around in the shadows and causes mischief. This is some scientist.
It was just to sell, I guess, the TV show.
I guess so.
That Kiss is going to be some kind of a savior to something.
So this one girl, like, can't find her boyfriend who works for Devereaux.
Yeah, Melissa.
Melissa. And Kiss is like, hey, we'll help you find your boyfriend, even though, like, they probably wouldn't really give a shit.
Yep, they don't give a shit. I promise you, Kiss don't give a shit.
Yeah. So then, like, yeah, just, God, there are so many just random things. The editing is horrible. Horrible. Just like these long shots of nothing.
It's movies or TV. It's movies for TV like this that really make me believe that maybe, just maybe, the editor is also the enemy. Maybe they're like,
maybe
fuck fucking Kiss. I can't stand Kiss. And then here you go, this fucking made-for-TV piece of shit happens, and Kiss is like, that's pretty alright. They don't know the editor's like, fucking idiots. That could have been like 1,000 times better. But I chose not to do anything with it. And you can tell by the...
Yeah, like maybe the editor was like getting fired and he knew it.
Yes. Like the real Devereaux, who was the editor of the network that fucking made it.
Yeah, like I was hoping to get really bad acting and like a really stupid story, but like, Kiss isn't even in this for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, maybe longer, I want to say.
Yeah, and they're just like, we're getting all this backstory about Devereaux and Melissa and her boyfriend Sam, who is now a robot.
Yeah,
whatever.
Somehow, I guess, by this little
like microchip that's on his neck.
This little stick-on microchip.
Yeah. By the way, I love at the very end when Gene Simmons takes off the microchip, and the way he acts, he just kind of goes, huh, and he looks at her, and then just bows his head and hugs her.
Oh, honey, it's been so rough.
Oh, good Lord.
God damn it. You don't even remember what happened, idiot? Mm-hmm. No, honey, I just love you. Well, in case you don't remember, before this all happened, you bought tickets to go see Kiss. Now you're surrounded by the band and your girlfriend. Mm-hmm. You're not a little bit worried about maybe you were slipped a date rape drug or, drug.
So, basically Kiss wants to help this girl find her boyfriend, which turns out to be Devereaux had kidnapped him and turned him into a robot.
Yep.
But now Devereaux...
Cosby'd him.
Very Cosby'd him.
Bill Cosby'd him.
That's a thing.
It is.
Then it goes to be that, like...
If you've been Cosby'd, please feel free to leave your sad story in our comment section.
Oh my goodness. So then,
We're
like,
not laughing at you, by the way. We
somehow,
really aren't.
somehow he gets a camera on Melissa. Back in the 70s, a fucking camera with, like, there's no way could you have a spy camera. It'd be a fucking huge thing, like, on
Yeah.
your shoulder. But he gets a camera on Melissa. Melissa goes to, like, their little private room in a park for some reason.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And
Creepy, right?
and they show this random girl their medallion, or what are they called? Onks? Medallions? Or
no, it's like...
totems. Totems.
Whoa, it's the demon coming through.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, you're right.
These
it's like their
totems-
totems are...
That give them their powers. Because apparently Kiss, this rock band, has powers. And they just show it to everybody.
But without these things, they are mere humans, remember?
We're
So,
ordinary people.
yeah. But they still walk around like a bunch of fucking lame asses.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Gene Simmons, the demon, walks around... Oh, he's an ordinary human being. But I guess without that totem, he still walks around like someone with a carrot up his ass.
Oh, God. Well, yeah, well, because he's got, like, 6-inch...
I wouldn't walk
Boots
around
on.
like that. And then later on, he's in a scene where he's walking around like a fucking Victoria's Secret catalog model.
yeah.
And it's like, dude, make up your mind. You're either trying to be a sexy woman or you're trying to be a fucking... I don't know what the fuck.
There's so much I can go into about that.
Yeah, I really... Yeah.
And there's those fight scenes are so slow and they take forever. One thing that really came on about us is that we were like, how much longer is left in this movie?
It seemed like 20 minutes, like for 50 minutes.
Took forever.
Every
Fuck.
time we checked the fucking screen, it was like 15 minutes, 15 minutes.
Mm.
The movie's possessed. Try not to watch the movie, people.
It's like Vigo.
Yeah. You watch the movie, and you will. We watch these movies so you guys don't have to. So, you're
So
welcome.
there's already a guy out there with that catchphrase, so don't think you can use that anymore.
Who is it?
It's a nostalgia critic.
Is he?
Well, his thing is, I remember the movies, so you don't have to.
Well, we watch them. So,
Okay, all
Tui.
Take that, the Walker Brothers.
How about he can fight me for it if he wants to fucking whatever. All lawsuits aside.
Yeah. So then Devereaux kind of has this plan that he wants to destroy the park through a riot. When at the end, he does get those totems. Oh, you spilled a beer.
No, I didn't.
You
Anyways,
spilled a
you were talking
beer.
about totems.
Oh.
You were talking about totems.
That's right, Kayla. Take his beer away.
Oh, that's the main one. That's when he doesn't let go.
Give him one.
Give him.
I'm so.
We're
keeping-
talking about totems, you asshole.
I'm so keeping that in.
Look what you did.
Ghost of Chris Benoit got you.
God damn it, he did. Chris Benoit's here and he's really mad. Shout out to Edge on Vikings.
Anyways, hand me another one. I got one more left.
Deborah.
Oh. Yes, shake it up. That's what I
I
want.
like that. I tried to.
So Devereaux kidnaps Kiss. He gets their totems, and he makes a fake Kiss, which. Okay, so there's the scene where Kiss is. Hold on, leave mine alone. 'Cause-
This one has nothing in it.
yes.
Anyways.
So he kidnaps Kiss and he puts them in this like little laser prison. And you just see this long, like 30-second shot of the fake Kiss walking past them and out the door. Just so Kiss can be like, so that's how he made a copy of Gene.
Yeah, you gotta like how Kiss waited for them to fucking completely walk.
They didn't say shit.
No, they waited till they walked out of the room like a bunch of pussies. As soon as they fucking left, they were like, "Pop dog." Yeah, as soon as they left, they were like, "Well, that's how that happened." I guess a bunch of those fucking loser ass cowards.
Because you know when you see something, you wait until they leave to talk about it.
Yeah, like black people.
Aw.
I'm talking about the theater. Jeez.
Uh-huh.
The theaters. Come on,
And
guys. You know what I'm talking
how
about.
did Devereaux know that like the fake Kiss would get the crowd so worked up they'd riot? I don't get it.
Shit. So what did he do? What I don't even remember them rioting.
They didn't because then Kiss banded together and used their mind powers to get the totems to float to them,
Oh.
and then that was it. And then like Then they get on stage, they fight the fake Kiss, they kill them.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they rock out.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then they go to find Devereaux, who has now turned himself into a robot.
Just in case the real Kiss succeeded.
Yeah.
They're like, he knew this might happen. He weighed the outcome scientifically. He knew there was a percentage that he might lose. And by that percentage, he made this robot. And it's like a robot that, for some reason, has...
It looks like a caveman?
Yeah, it's like a caveman version of him.
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck. I guess the loser version of him looks like a caveman.
But that's kind of where we checked and it said like 7 minutes left. I mean, I really like this was just fucking a shit movie.
It was really shit. In fact, if I could,
Go ahead.
not that I can't, I'm lying. I could clearly change the outcome and the numbers, but let the movies be the movies. But if so far on the ranking of our movies that we have talked about that are bad movies, this is number 1 on my bad movie list of the ones that we have done so far. This is by far number 1.
Yeah. We're kind of gonna go out of fuck, what's the word I'm looking for?
Sync?
Yes. We're gonna kind of go out of sync because originally we were going to air the Village of the Damned episode this month, but I forgot that we were like, oh, we're gonna do the theme, we're gonna do Phantom movies, so we're gonna do that.
I
later.
forgot too. That's why I was hitting you yesterday. Yeah.
That and you're probably stoned out of your fucking mind.
Nope. Said that guilty.
Yeah. Cause I told you at like 5:30, and then I'm like, all right, man, see it. And then 10 o'clock, hey, how's that Village of the Damned episode going? I'm all fucking stoner hippie.
At least you didn't call me dirty hippie. God, I hate dirty hippies.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
So when you do hear the Village of the Damned episode, you'll be like, oh, that one was way before these ones.
Maybe you might. I mean, honestly, if we don't put anything before it, no one will know when it came.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and think about this then. I want you to think about a product, a Kiss product, or a Kiss song you would recommend.
Probably a Kiss, maybe a product that came out of Kiss.
Because, that's all they are is fucking products.
Yeah, and a song would be Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
You motherfucker, I was gonna go there.
And yeah, that's the one I would choose. Because, that's basically the one I want. Or
Yeah,
I would
God
say
gave rock and roll.
God gave rock and roll to us. Or to us or to you? To you. Well, who gives a fuck?
I think it's God gave rock and roll.
Look, let's just
Anyways,
say
yeah.
Kiss, Bill and Ted's 2.
That's so where I was gonna go too.
Or the other one, that Rock City one. That was a funny
Detroit
one.
Rock City?
Detroit Rock City. That was a funny one. And that was kind of based from Kiss, but it's just a good comedy.
Are you talking about the movie?
The movie.
Oh yeah, the movie's good.
It's actually good.
See, that's one thing where I kind of have to give Kiss credit is that like even though they're all about selling out, fucking like they've reached people. Like the Beatles reached a lot of people. You know how many movies have been made about or inspired by the Beatles?
Yeah.
Like 10 or like about 10. And
yeah, I could blow your mind with the Beatles. I could teach you some shit that'll blow your mind.
Another time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all right, you're gonna go Detroit Rock City and God Gave Rock and Roll, which is a great song to Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and recommend a song. Just because
Don't you say Beth.
No.
God damn it, good.
I don't mind that song. It's very basic.
Yeah.
But like my favorite Kiss song is Shout It Out Loud. I don't know. I really like that one. Now, something you don't recommend that's Kiss related.
Oh, shit.
You want me to go first? Because I already have one and you can think about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. So, it's kind of fucked up because the album Unholy, I think, is shit. That's the one that's got Lick It Up on it. And it was the first album they did where they had no makeup on.
Yeah.
Now, it's kind of fucked up because that's also... This is why I think it's hilarious too, though, is that the album's called Unholy. The single track was called Unholy. It also had the song God Gave Rock and Roll to Us.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that funny?
It is.
Unholy.
I guess because I grew up like with Mark listening to him and everything, so it was like I guess Psycho Circus to me was always like overrated.
I think so. Really, that was kind of like a more remaster of their best ofs with a couple of new songs sprinkled in.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's when they did the reunion.
Yeah, and so a lot of people were trying to sell me on Kiss, like, man, you didn't know Kiss growing up? No, obviously not. I was born in fucking 84, dickhead. No, I didn't know Kiss growing up.
Yeah.
We got to get Psycho Circus has the best of all this other shit.
Yeah,
no.
I remember that Fox 11 was actually like airing the Psycho Circus Kiss concerts.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Yeah, who did, by the way? If you did care, leave the comments. Because otherwise we're not going to talk to you.
So something you don't recommend.
Something I
Doesn't
don't...
be music. Their faces are all over everything. Video games, toys.
Yeah, they were all over everything. God, you know what I don't recommend is their TV show, their family TV show.
The Gene Simmons one.
Family Jewels?
Yeah, Family Jewels. I would agree.
Horrible.
I would agree.
I was forced to watch it because I was homeless at the time with my older brother Mike. Also, not a good person to be homeless with. So, I was homeless watching Kiss with my brother Mike. And that was a horrible time. So, I don't know if it was just the experience of being with my brother or the show also, but I think together made for a really, really awful time in my life.
I would think so. I watched a little bit of that because when that came out, it was kind of like, oh, that's a cool little spinoff to see Gene Simmons, you know, rock god of the 70s.
It really seemed to me like he was trying to sell his wife and his daughter to everybody. He was he
fucking was.
He's a fucking scumbag.
This is a funny thing. So, there's a documentary called The Decline of Western Civilization. I think that's what it's called. And it's about the punk movement of the 70s. And then there was a sequel, it was just, The Decline of Western Civilization Part 2, about metal in the 80s. And, hold on. That's a good one.
Is that Satan coming out?
That's Satan coming out.
Jeez, holy fuck.
So they do a sequel where it's about 80s metal. And they want to interview Gene Simmons. And Gene Simmons says, okay, I want to do this interview and I want to make it kind of like clever and metal, but I don't want it to be tacky. That's the word he used, tacky.
He is tacky. When I think of the word tacky, I think of Kiss. And
so he ends up doing the interview. People, when you want to say like do something tacky, he doesn't want to do something tacky, and he has the interview in a woman's lingerie shop, where he walks by all these mannequins wearing sexy lingerie. And I'm like, that's fucking tacky as hell!
He is, yeah, I told you, he's tacky, dude.
So, the Family Jewels, like, I watched like an episode or two of it, but like, the only thing that ever made me like laugh about that is that like, Gene Simmons at the time was like in his like late 50s, and he's got a son that's like maybe 19, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so the only part of the show that I watched that actually like kind of is embedded in my head was there was a bit where him and his son are like in Venice and they go to a thrift shop.
I remember this.
He sees a Kiss shirt for like $2.
Yeah, he tried to up the price.
Yes, he told them that like if you did this and this, like you make more and more money. And the shopkeeper's like, can you just leave?
Yeah.
And his own son's like trying to get him to go. And then it cuts back to his son and daughter at their house on the couch, and the son goes, Dad could sell vagina in a horror storm.
Yeah. Yeah, so he tried to say, but the guy at the thrift shop didn't even give a shit about what Gene Simmons
He didn't care.
he
didn't know it was Gene Simmons.
He didn't care. The point is, like, dude, no one's buying your Kiss shirt. It's been here before you got here.
Yeah. And it'll be here after you die.
No one gives a shit. That's the whole point. You fucking idiot. And then, so... I remember that whole thing. And then, like, he made the guy sell, I think, Gene Simmons bought his own t-shirt for, like, $20 or something.
I think he did, yeah.
Like a fucking loser. God damn it.
Did you hear about the Gene Simmons Ultimate Kiss Collection?
I'm sure Mark bought it.
No, Mark. This happened earlier this year. Gene Simmons is selling this very special remastered Kiss collection for $6,000. It's every track they've ever put down, and all of them are remastered. If you buy the $10,000 edition, you can have dinner with Gene Simmons.
That's it?
Yeah.
I better be able to ask him some questions. Look, if anybody's listening to this right now, then you help us buy the $10,000 Kiss collection. Not only will I do the dinner, but I'll ask whatever questions you guys want me to ask. I don't care how rude or crude or whatever they are. Let's just say this segment takes off. I'll do it. I don't give a shit. Hold me
Dinner
to
with
it.
Dick Sassy.
No, that'll be his dinner with me, my dinner with him. Ask him, look, what possessed you? Literally. I want to know what possessed you, Gene. Tell me what possessed you, Gene. While shaking,
demon?
while shaking him by his silk collar. Yeah.
And he'll play it off all cool. Just get off me.
Yeah. Dude, don't have my big black security fuck you up.
Oh, man.
I'm like, all right.
All right, it's about that time. We've kind of hit our mark, but
Sadness mark.
Sassy, why don't you go and tell us about next week's episode? Because that's your baby.
Oh, yeah. So this one I saw, I think I accidentally stumbled upon this years ago. I bought this movie, DVD, while still at Job Corps. So this is like 03 or 04. And this is a university Walmart. Anyways.
Okay.
There was a bin of used movies or whatever, the shit movies they have,
yeah.
3 for $5.
Yeah.
Well, there's a bunch of shit movies in there. And like stalker movies. One of them was Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge. I love the title, so I bought it. I forget what the other 2 movies on there were. That's the one I remember.
This is like a DVD that had 3 movies on
There
it?
were like 3 shit movies on there, and I only remember this one. And it stuck with me because of the fucking... Not only is it made me believe, wait a minute, so there's a Phantom of the Mall Part 1? I haven't even seen that one, by the way.
Because the full name of the movie is what again?
Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge is the one we'll be
I'm like,
watching.
who's Eric?
That's what I'm saying. The movie just kind of cuts into it. By the way, it's Eric's Revenge. So I guess if I've seen Phantom of the Mall Part 1, maybe Eric's in it as like a random. But
Well, are you sure it's a part 2 though, or is that just the whole name?
I have no idea. To this time I'm a bit of ashamed of myself. I should look up if there's a Phantom of the Mall Part 1. And if there isn't, then this is the Part 1 also is just like a long title.
Man.
It's like Lord of the Rings, fucking whatever. Journey of whatever the fuck, and
I know what you mean.
Two Kings and all the other shit.
Return of the King, 2 Towers.
Yeah, 2 Towers, the Twin Towers.
So we are going to continue our Phantom theme next week. Phantom of the Mall. Why is he in a mall?
Oh,
Eric's
if I
Revenge.
told you, it would ruin. You have to see the movie.
Okay, quick question. What era is this movie from? Because I actually...
80s.
80s?
80s.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I fart, but you're going to make me watch this shit.
Rapey 80s, I want to say. The
Okay.
the rapey 80s.
The 80s. Alright, let's go ahead and push stop on this nonsense.
All right.
See you all next week.
Yeah, and apologies.